Hey guys, this is Man City Fan TV and this is Kiam and it's the Man City career mode here on FIFA 20 and this is episode 6. So thank you for joining us today. I really appreciate you taking the time to tune in and I hope you've been enjoying the series so far. It's been a little bit mixed, so let's just take a look at the calendar and see where we left off from episode 5. So you'll remember episode 5 we played Crystal Palace. We beat Crystal Palace by 1-0. We played Shakhtar. We beat them by 4-0. And then we played against Aston Villa and beat them by 1-0. So you can see we've got a very good defence at the moment. So no complaints, but we haven't really played any big teams recently. And we start today's episode 6 against Peterboro in the Carabao Cup. And then we'll be moving on to a game against Southampton, a Premier League game. And then we'll be playing the next group game against Shakhtar and Donetsk. And then episode 7 looks a little bit more of a humdinger there. You've got Liverpool in the first game on episode 7. And you've got Chelsea and Lyon. So episode 7 is where we start getting into some of those bigger games. So first of all, then it's a Carabao Cup game. We're playing against Peterboro, so let's go ahead and get straight to this one. So thank you, like I say, thank you for watching. Really appreciate all the comments and you guys taking the time to watch this series. Hit the like button, hit subscribe and hit that bell notification. By hitting the bell notification, you'll get all of the content on Man City Fan TV. Not just the FIFA content, you're going to get all of the live vlogs from Andy and Martin, all of the videos that we post, match day content, everything you get from Man City Fan TV, podcasts, you name it. It's all here for you Blues, and all you have to do is hit the bell notification and you can sit there and wait for it to appear on your phone or on your computer, whatever you use. So there we go. Let's check the kit. So we're going to play in that rhubarb and custard kit. I must admit I'm not a fan of that kit, but it makes sense. They're playing in blue. Let's play in the rhubarb and custard kit. It's not the best, is it? I mean, I don't know. As a grown man, I don't think I could get away with wearing that. I really don't. But I reckon those who are a little bit more fashionable than myself might get away with it. So let's make some changes. We're going to bring Rodri in. We will bring in Riyad Mahrez, Aguero. We're going to play Mbappe, you know, as you do. You've got Mbappe there on the bench, so let's bring Mbappe in. And Gabby Jesus. In fact, we'll play Gabby in his natural position. We'll play Mbappe out wide. We've got Bernardo Silva, who can be replaced by David Silva. Phil Foden's coming in for De Bruyne. So lots of changes. It's a cup game. Let's bring in... who have we got? We've got Eric Garcia. So let's bring in Eric Garcia. Zinchenko as well on the left. John Stones, he'll probably have to stay. We haven't got much in the way of centre-backs. So John Stones, and right back we'll bring in Cancelo. So that looks reasonable. So a lot of changes there. I'll tell you what, we'll rest Edison as well. We'll bring in Claudio Bravo's in. So there we go. So there's the team for this Carabao Cup fixture against Peterborough. Looks an easy one on paper, but it doesn't always work out that way. But with Mahrez and Mbappe, we should be doing the business against Peterborough. But you never know. You never know. This FIFA 20 so far, I've got to say, I found it quite an enjoyable game. You know, it's enjoyable. I think they've repaired a lot of the glitches as well. So the league seems to be more realistic now. And the teams that should be at the top are at the top. But one thing I am struggling with a little bit is, I don't know, I think the passing is difficult. Obviously I play on the hardest mode, I play on ultimate difficulty level. And I do struggle a little bit with the passing at times. I'm doing another sort of career mode offline, which I don't play that often, I must admit. And I struggle on that one. And that is with Newcastle. But I really do struggle with it. Well, here we go. So let's get this one underway. It's the first game on this episode 6 on this Man City Fan TV FIFA 20 career mode series. It's Manchester City. If you watch the last series we did on FIFA 19, you'll know we got to the Champions League final and we lost to our great rivals Liverpool. So I want to try and get a little bit further than that if I can. I want to obviously win the Premier League. I want to win everything, don't we? As Manchester City, we want to win the lot. We're good enough to win the lot. Phil Foden blazed one over the bar there. So this is Peterborough. We shouldn't really be having any difficulties against these. He says, just as he says it, Peterborough in 1-0. Kiss of death. As soon as I said it, I knew. But I've got to say, that was shocking defend. It's pretty much like we defend in real life, that. We just leave wide open spaces behind the fullbacks. Teams just cut in behind the fullbacks, knock the ball into the box, and strikers are just left unmarked. So 1-0 down. Not a great start. 1-0 down to Peterborough in the Carabao Cup. Imagine the commentators now in this game. They'd be saying, Mbappe costs more than Peterborough's squad. He costs more than the town of Peterborough. So that's pretty much what the commentators would be saying now if this was a real game. But here is Mbappe. Plays it in. Oh, nearly into the feet of, I don't know who it was there actually. Was it David Silva? I think it was. Here's Rodri now. Plays it through to Gabby Jesus. Gabby Jesus wasn't on his toes. They should have been ready for that one. Well, Peterborough here, they're not messing around. They're having a go. Always remember Peterborough with remember that Barry Fry guy? He was an oddball, wasn't he? He was a bit of a, well, I say an oddball, he was a bit of a character. A bit of a wheeler and a dealer. Old school manager. Barry Fry. Reminded me of an old football agent rather than a manager, but let's be honest, he probably was involved with many agents on the old Harry Redknapp style wheeling and dealing. But we're struggling here. 1-0 down, 23 minutes on the clock. We're not really getting anywhere. Here's Gabby Jesus. Edge of the box into Mbappe. Lays it out to Rodri. He's going to try one. Rodri. Oh, he's hit the bar. What a shot from Rodri. Smashed that one. Looked like it was going in. Oh, poor layoff there by Gabby Jesus. So at the moment, Peterborough, they're playing a counter-attacking game. I think it's working for them as well. Oh, it's a good ball through. So we're getting cut open a little bit at the back, which is slightly concerning. This isn't a Champions League final, of course. It's just a Carabao Cup game, so we shouldn't be struggling. But it's been a while, actually. It's been... I've actually been away for a few days, just with work and stuff, so it's been a few days since I actually got my hands on FIFA, so I am a little bit rusty, but certainly not rusty enough to be losing to Peterborough. What's going on? 36 minutes on the clock. We've made a lot of changes though. Should be doing better than this. Come on, City. It's been a depressing week after we lost to Liverpool in real life. Want to try and bring some joy back to the Blues on FIFA. There's no corruption on FIFA. Well, might be a little bit. Rodri, what kind of shot is that? Come on, laid it off perfectly there. Rodri spooned it over the bar. Very poor finish indeed. And we're coming towards half time. It's 1-0 to Peterborough. We've got some work to do here because, Carabao Cup, this is a cup we want to win. We all like a day out in the Carabao Cup to Wembley. Early doors. It's a nice cup to get under your belt. We certainly don't want to be going out to Peterborough this early on. They're passing it around a bit here. Rodri just getting a bit of control of the ball. That might help us out. Here comes David. Plays it wide to Riyad Mahrez. Into Gabby Jesus' feet. Comes back. Plays a great ball in. Oh, it came back out there. It was Riyad Mahrez with the shot, deflected back, and I think he went back out off Mahrez, so it's a... Well, it would have been a goal kick. The whistle's gone for half-time. It's a shocking half. First game on this episode 6 on Man City Fan TV career mode. Hit the like button, guys. Hit subscribe. Hit the bell notification. We need to try and improve in the second half because this is a really poor start to the game. Now, yeah, like I was saying, it has been a difficult week. I mean, you know, we've got all the Liverpool fans, the cult, are out in the masses on social media. And, you know, it's a bit cringeworthy because, let's be honest, 90% of them, they wouldn't know where Anfield is if they stumbled upon it accidentally. They wouldn't even know where the ground was. They've not been to games. They jump on a bandwagon. They are the true plastics. They invented plastic. So never, ever let them tell you anything different, guys. But... you know, let's be honest, if we'd have won the game, this is how I'm looking at the moment, if we'd have won the game, then Liverpool would probably start their bottle job routine, you know, around about early December, mid-December, and we'd probably be taking over them come January. So that's too early, really. You know, that's not fun, is it? So let them have the 9-point lead. Let them have a good wobble and a bottle over the, New Year period there. And then we'll step up and just take over. So it all adds to the fun at the end of the season. Oh, great bit of play there into Jesus' feet. And we've got to get back in this one. So yeah, the Liverpool fans, you know, they're crowing at the moment. But we know how the story ends. Bottle job FC. Here comes David Silva. Well, I mean, I say that. I'll be happy when we get a few more players back fit. Because you can only stage comebacks if you've got the players available. That's offside. That is offside. Now this is getting a little bit hairy now. We're into the 60th minute, 63rd minute, and we've not really created anything against Peterboro. This is not good. This could be a giant killing on the cards. This could be like a wet dream for the newspapers if we lost to Peterborough. That's a great ball in. That's a good shot, Phil Foden. Oh, deflection. It's going to be a corner. David Silva, corner in. That's a good header. Oh, free header there. I don't know what he was doing. 50p head then, Mbappe. I mean, it might be worth 200 mil, but look at that. You see better heading on off-end playing fields than you do from Mbappe, 200 mil. I'm not sure really. I mean, Mbappe, he was an alright signing, wasn't he? But I wouldn't say he's set the world alight in a City shirt so far. I've not played him all the time, but when I did, he was a little bit all over the place. Now that was a bad ball. See, these are the balls. If you look at that, that's what a lot of teams do against City in real life. They play it over the fullbacks into the corners. Because our fullbacks play such an attacking game. There's so much space in behind. And you saw Liverpool do it the other day. And it's getting a little bit frustrating now. I think Pep needs to probably, I don't know, probably just needs to make a slight adjustment there. But I'm not saying, you know, what Pep does doesn't work, because the guy's got 198 points over 2 seasons. But I think in the big games, you just have to sometimes make that change, you know, accept that plan B, take a step back, pull your fullbacks in a little bit, tuck in, soak up the pressure for an hour, and then try and hit teams on the break. Instead, we come out the traps flying, leave lots of space, and we're 2-0 down in 10 minutes. So I think there's a lot to learn. And I think Pep's probably a little bit, I mean, I can't say he's shocked by the Premier League, because I mean, he's been here long enough now, but yeah, I think that's just something that I wish we would address, because we're good enough. Right, come on, 84 minutes. We're going out of the Carabao Cup here. We are going out of the Carabao Cup, guys, because I cannot string 2 passes together. This is absolutely shocking. If anything, they're going to get another. Come on. Right, can I do anything about this? Riyad Mahrez has got to try and save us here. We're into injury time. Can he do it? No, too far back. Oh, he's missed. Laid it out. Thought that was going to be it. Oh my days. That's a shocking start, guys, to episode 6 on this Man City Fan TV FIFA career mode. We're out of the Carabao Cup. We're out to Peterborough, so that's a trophy down the Swanee. It really is. That is a trophy down the Swanee. And Peterborough, giant killing night. I cannot believe it. We are out. Peterborough celebrating, and yeah, there's no replays in that one. So Mbappe and the boys just not good enough. So I think I've got to attend the press conference, really. When you go out to Peterborough, round 4 as well. I mean, we only had to get through that, and we had some serious sort of games to look at. But I suppose if you look at it one way, it's less games. But, I mean, we've got the squad to be dealing with it. We deserve more today. Lots to learn from this, I suppose. Peterborough scored the winner. We won't repeat it. It's not our best day. No, it wasn't. Varga was one. Yeah, concentrate on what we can do better. So, yeah, you can see Kiam there. He's not a happy man. 1-0 defeat to Peterborough, out of the Carabao Cup. First game on this episode 6. So let's go into the Premier League then. Let's just have a recap of where we're up to in the Premier League. So we're not doing too bad in the Premier League. We've played 10. We've won 7. We've drawn none. Lost 3. So we've lost a few. So, you know, it's not been impeccable. But we're on 21 points. Chelsea are leading there on 22 points. So we're in a decent position. So it's looking like we're going to be going for the Premier League, FA Cup and the Champions League. But the Carabao Cup will not be coming to the Etihad this year. And this is the Premier League now. So we're playing Southampton in this second game. Now this was a tricky game, wasn't it? I'm going to keep that same team. But this was a tricky game at the Etihad a few weeks ago when we played Southampton. We really did struggle to break them down. Which is weird because obviously they lost 9-0. We beat them in the Carabao. But then when we played them in the league, we really struggled to break them down. So gotta hope we can put a few passes together here, because Southampton are going to be tougher than Peterborough, that's for sure. So here we go. Etihad Stadium, Premier League, game number 2 on this Man City Fan TV career mode. Hit the like button, hit subscribe and the bell notification. If you've got any comments about the FIFA series as well, if there's any players you think we should sign to improve this team, maybe some fullbacks. I know Cal, the Everton fan that comes on the channel, was mentioning Lucas Digne. So I might take a look at buying Lucas Digne when the window opens. But let me know in the comments, because obviously I can only react to what you guys say. Also, if you want to reach us on Twitter, it's at MCFCFIFA as well. So here comes Angelino. Well, let's try and get some quick passing. Let's get a lead early on in this game. Here's De Bruyne. Through to Aguero. Nice little chip coming in. Sané. Oh, Fernandinho with the strike. This is a better start to the game, though. 5 minutes in, a little bit of intensity. Shot came out there. I mean, that was travelling. Probably going towards the keeper, but it was a good shot. Corner comes in. That's a good header, and it's 1-0 City. There we go, John Stones. Great corner in the corridor of uncertainty. The goalkeeper had no chance. John Stones pops his head on it. And we're back to business in the Premier League. None of that Carabao Cup nonsense. 1-0 City. Have a bit of that. Look at that. Bang. Into an empty net. Just how I like it. And I don't know what that defender was doing. He was trying to hook it out, but blimey, he was in the back of the net. So let's try and keep it solid now. We don't want to concede any silly goals like we did against Peterborough. Uh-oh, spoke again too soon. That is probably my biggest pet hate on FIFA. That straight off kickoff. The team attacks you and you just can't get the ball off them. Sometimes it's just impossible to get the ball off them and it ends up in the back of your net. Oh, where's the defender going? Oh. It does feel like my controllers are slightly different. I always say this, don't I, when I'm struggling, but I don't know if I've been messing around with my controllers or what. But let's have a look. Let's see how it goes. Here comes Aguero. To De Bruyne. Back to Aguero. Oh, nice little bit of intricate play on the edge of the box there. Southampton are breaking. No, we've got to keep men back. So I checked my settings though, because I think what I've done is, and I use weird controller settings, but I've got a feeling I've got like secondary press. No excuses. That's what I usually play with. No excuses. I'm just playing rubbish. Well, I find it on FIFA 20 that sometimes the man you want to press doesn't quite press, and I find it just a bit weird. Offside? Who's that? It looked like Tielemans then. Oh, Charlie Adam, is it? Charlie Adam. He's a good player on FIFA, guys. If you've got a career mode and you're looking for a decent striker, you know, reasonably affordable, go for that Charlie Adam guy. I don't know what his price is now, but I had him on, I think, FIFA 19, and he was unbelievable. He was like a little Thierry Henry, rapid. So Southampton trying to get back in this one. Just got to try and keep them out. You see there we go again. That's that position I'm talking about. The fullbacks, they even do it on FIFA. They push up. They leave those big gaps in behind. And they're in now. They're in. They're in. It's 1-1. Shocking defending. Shocking defending. All we had to do was keep them out. Ward-Prowse scores the goal. I think Ward-Prowse scored for him at the Etihad, didn't he? In the actual real-life game. So very realistic to life so far. But it's 1-1. And we're struggling on this episode 6. You can tell I've been away and my FIFA sharpness is not there. And you FIFA players out there, you'll know what I mean. When you have a few days away from FIFA, it's not the same, is it? You do feel a little bit sluggish. Takes a while to get back in. And Sané there, one-on-one with his man, should have got around him there. This could be another corner in the box. It is. Comes back out. Fernandinho lays it back. Sterling fires the shot. Defender gets it. Leroy Sané. Is that not a foul, ref? I don't know what was going on there. It looked like a foul to me. De Bruyne to Bernardo. Plays it to Angelino. Can he fire a shot off? Angelino. It's into the south stand. I didn't even put much power on that, to be honest. I just tapped that and look where it ended up. I mean, that pretty much hit where I used to sit that.
When you look at those stats, Derek, it tells us.
I thought Angelino had a great game against Liverpool. I don't know what you guys think. I know there's a few comments about some people were slagging Angelino off, others were saying he played well, but for a first game of that magnitude for the lad, I think he did bloody well. I actually think he did really well. It was quite an exciting performance for me. Yeah, you know, was he perfect? No, you know, no, he wasn't. But he was up against Mane, so it wasn't going to be easy for him. But I think the lad did really well. He caused a lot of problems for Liverpool, and I think, you know, Liverpool went out and bought an £8 million left back in Robertson, and look what happened. So I don't know whether we're getting ahead of ourselves, thinking, you know, let's go out, buy the ready-made left back, blah blah blah. We did that with Benjamin Mendy, not worked out for us. So maybe we need to give Angelino a chance. Maybe that guy is the answer at left back. So there we go, it's half time on this second game on episode 6 of this Man City Fan TV FIFA 20 career mode, and it's 1-1, so it's not the greatest start to any FIFA stream that you've ever seen. We lost to Peterboro, we went crashing out of the Carabao Cup, We're now 1-1 against Southampton at home, and we need to win this because there's only a point difference between us and Chelsea at the top of the Premier League, so we can't be affording to drop points. We can't afford to drop them, so let's try and step it up. Here comes Angelino again into Sané. Back to Angelino, inside to Bernardo. Aguero, Kevin De Bruyne. Raheem's offside. Went a little bit too early there, Raz. A little bit too early. So this is better now. Just a little bit of sharper passing, a little bit crisper. Aguero tried to turn back inside his man. Good defending. I mean, look at that, too much time there. That ball was in the air for ages. And none of our players closing the man down. And there you go, there's the ball in behind the fullback. It's weird. You've got to give FIFA credit there, actually, because they've made it really true to life in the way they do that with our fullbacks. They push them up, and then there's a huge gap. Here comes Kyle Walker. The Scarecrow, as I like to refer to him. Sorry, Kyle, but you haven't got a footballing brain, mate. I do love you, though. You work your socks off. Sterling closing down. Go on, Sterling. I mean, what was all that Sterling stuff about with Gomez? I mean, man alive. How many times do you hear about dressing room incidents? You know, not very often because they stay private. Dressing room incidents are usually private. And if they do come out, the management usually say, well, you know, it's going to be dealt with internally. That's the end of it. Not going to talk about it. But because they're out to get Sterling, because Sterling spoke out in the media, they couldn't wait to make it public, and they banned him from the national team. If I was Sterling, I think I'd tell them to stick the national team myself, but that's just me. Here's Angelino, edge of the box, back to Bernardo Silva, fires a shot off, it comes back out. De Bruyne chasing it up, back out to Raheem, so we're putting a little bit of pressure on now. That's a poor ball by Raheem there. Really poor pass. We were in a good position then. And that was another chance there. I mean, he was offside, but he could have played it in behind me. Full back out of position again. And sometimes when I'm playing with City, I feel like I need to maybe play 6 at the back or something just to cover those gaps where the fullbacks are. It's weird. Here's Leroy Sané. Into Bernardo, into Kevin. Kevin De Bruyne. Oh, he's in. Kevin De Bruyne. Nice little finish by Kevin De Bruyne. Look at that. Cool as you like. Fired the shot. Came back out to him. Didn't panic. Took a touch. And just dinked it past the goalkeeper. Probably a little bit lucky with that finish, if I'm being honest. Look at that. Little dink. Keeper should have saved it, really. But it went past him into the side of the net. 2-1 City. And that could be back to winning ways. And that's what we need to do, because this game is all about the confidence of the players as well. So we lost to Peterboro, so obviously the confidence will dip off. And we don't want it to dip off for too long, because it's a bit weird, actually, the confidence. You can be the greatest team on earth, but if you lose one game, you all of a sudden turn into like Barnsley. No offence, Barnsley, if any of our Barnsley Blues are watching. Oh, come on, what's all that about? We should have done better there. And here comes Raheem Sterling. Oh, great challenge there. You've got to say, great challenge by that lad. And I noticed that when we played Southampton the other week, they had lots of big lads at the back. They defended superbly against us, which was bizarre considering they lost 9-0 against Leicester. Well, maybe that's why they did defend, because they had a bit of professional pride to play for. So here we go, we're in the 89th minute. This one's into De Bruyne's feet. Southampton again managed to stop it. We've got to keep it tight now. Don't want them breaking on us here. Got to try and get hold of the ball. We're not getting hold of the ball. Fernandinho covered, but he's given it away. Back to Ederson. And that's it, that's time. So 2-1. we get the victory. It was a hard-fought victory. Southampton really pushed us, just like they did in real life. But we managed to get over the line. We've got over that shock defeat in the Carabao Cup, and we win the second game on this episode 6. So there we go. So played 2, we've lost 1, we've won 1. We won 1 in the Premier League. So I suppose on the balance of it, the Premier League's more important than the Carabao. I didn't want to go out of the Carabao though. I'm not one of these fans who says, you know, I didn't want to be in it anyway. I don't do the old United routine when I lose a game. So we're into the Champions League now. So you can see here the Champions League standings. Lyon are top. We've played 3 so far. Lyon are top on 6 points. We're second on 6 points. Shakhtar, the team we're playing now, are on 4 points, and then Hoffenheim on 1 point. So this is a big game against Shakhtar. If we can win this, then that opens up a nice gap between the two. So let's see what team should we pick. I think Fernandinho probably needs a rest. Let's bring... In fact, I'm not going to bring Rodri in. Let's bring in... I'm going to bring Gundogan. Is Gundogan still around, or did I sell him? No, there he is. Still there. Gundogan can come in. I'll put Rodri on the bench. Fernandinho can have a rest completely. Sterling on the right. Sané on the left. So let's rest Raheem. We'll give Mbappe a start. And that'll do for now. That will do. Have I got any more centre-backs? John Stones need a rest, doesn't he? He needs to have a breather. Who've I got? Garcia. Do I bring Garcia in? Champions League game, is it a risk? Or do I give... No, you know what? It's not a risk. I've got faith in the young lads. Garcia's going in with Laporte. I might regret it, but the young lad should get a chance. I wish I had Taylor Harwood-Bellis as well. If he was in the squad, I think I'd give him some games. Because I love it when when the kids come through. When the kids come through, I love it. But in saying that, you know, I'm a believer as well in the best players should play. So you shouldn't just automatically get a place because you're a kid, because you're born in Stockport and you come through the ranks. Doesn't matter. If there's better players there, they should get in ahead of you, and it's up to you to then prove that you're better than them. So that's how it should work. That's how it does work. So here we go, Champions League game. It's game number 3 on this episode 6 on this Man City Fan TV FIFA 20 career mode. And there's City on a Champions League night, the Etihad in all its glory. And there's a group. We've got a little bit of work to do, as you can see. Shakhtar are right on our tails there, just a couple of points behind. So if we lose to them, then the group is going to be a little bit tricky. So we do need to pick up a win. You can boo the anthem if you want while you're watching this YouTube channel. The rumour has it that City are not going to be banned from next year's Champions League. We're not going to be receiving a fine. And it looks like all of the nonsense that they were talking about City in the media wasn't true. There's no evidence against us whatsoever. That's unconfirmed as I'm playing this, but that's the rumours coming out from the media. So we will see on that one. So here we go. So we're underway, Champions League. It's the 4th game of the group. And we're playing against Shakhtar Donetsk at home. So let's try and pick up 3 points here. Mbappe's in instead of Sterling today in this game. Gets a good ball in. Sané's coming in round the back. Oh, Sané there made a great run. Angelino, can he get a foot in? And the Shakhtar winger is on a bit of a run, but great play. Nice turn there. Look at that turn there by Bernardo. And you don't get better than that. Bernardo, he's going all the way, the lad. He's going all the way. Oh, he's playing it back. That one's... No, Mbappe. Oh, what a run by Bernardo. Bubblegum Silva. Amazing turn in the middle of the park. Cut out half of their team. And then he just went on a winding run. They couldn't stop him. And Bernardo is capable of that. We know he is. This one could come into Aguero. Made a good run. Then he stopped the run. That's something I've found really frustrating on FIFA 20 as well. Your players make a run. You look up, and just at the moment you're about to pass, they stop the run. What a shot! Bernardo Silva! What a thunderbolt! Bernardo Bubblegum Silva. He really has started this game on fire. I mean, he's made that lung-bursting run a moment ago, piling through the Shakhtar defence, and then he's just unleashed an absolute thunderbolt. The Etihad erupts. Look at this for a goal. You don't get better than this. Stick this in your UEFA pipe and smoke it. No VAR's ruling that one out. 1-0 to City. Have a bit of that on your toast. That is an amazing shot. 1-0 to the Blues against Shakhtar. Just the start we needed. We were coming into this with a few nerves after a couple of bumpy performances, but the lads are out to make a point. They lost the Champions League final, remember, last year on FIFA 19. The boys want to get back. Oh, he could be through here, De Bruyne. He could be in. Oh, Bernardo again. Probably overplayed that, if I'm being honest. We had so many opportunities to get a shot off. I was trying to almost walk it into the net. I didn't need to do that. A long punt again to our full-back position. You'll see every team does it. Punts it to our full-backs. And here comes Bernardo again. So Bernardo at the moment, I mean, look at that. Great ball again from Bernardo. He really is. When Bernardo's like this, he's unplayable. Into Bernardo again. Nearly turned inside his man. Bernardo Silva on the edge of the box, plays it to Gundogan. Into the feet of De Bruyne, but the Shakhtar man just got a foot in. We've got to be careful here, Shakhtar on the break. They've got some pacey players. Just got to try and stop this. This is what I don't like when it's one-on-one. Garcia's not really got the pace. Oh, Garcia there didn't have the pace to get back at his man. I think his pace is only 59 on the game, which is a little bit ridiculous, to be honest. Because even though a player's young, it doesn't mean the pace is 59. I never get that with the ratings on FIFA. If your player's young, they automatically have like a 55 pace. Whereas in reality, the younger you are, the faster you run most of the time, don't you? I mean, if you're a young player in prime of your fitness, you're going to probably run faster than a 28, 29-year-old veteran pro. So here comes Bernardo Silva. Oh, it's in. Oh, it's hit the post. They're putting a bit of pressure on here, Shakhtar. We've got to just weather this little storm at the moment. This is a little storm. Here comes Aguero. Plays it back to Bernardo. Sané could make a run here, and Sané's on a good run now. He's got the legs, I think, to do this guy, has he? No, he's quick. Who's that guy? Oh my day, now that's absolute madness, because if Leroy Sané was running at you on the wing like that, I'm sorry, but unless you're Usain Bolt, you ain't keeping up with him there. So I don't know who that fullback is, but whoever he is, I might buy him when I get the chance. He must be rapid. Here comes Mbappe. Nice turn by Mbappe. Nice turn, Mbappe. Oh, it's going to be a penalty. Yeah, even with a full Mo Salah dive. Arms in the air, love it. That's 9 out of 10 for dramatics there, but it was a clear foul. Mbappe with the skill. Cut inside. Ran at his man. And managed to win the penalty. So here we go. We got an opportunity to make it 2-0 in the Champions League just before half-time. It's that man, Sergio Aguero. Now, I'm going to give it the kiss of death, as I always do, but I've found the penalty taking so far on this new FIFA has been a much, much better than the old one. Look at that. Boom. Have a bit of that. I just find it a lot more accurate, a lot more easy to take the penalties. It's not, flying around with a daft arrow. Yes, you've got to hold the marker in position, but when you do, you end up with that result. And there we go, 2-0, Sergio Aguero on this game number 3, episode 6 on this Man City Fan TV FIFA Career Mode series. Hit the like button, guys, hit subscribe and hit that bell notification. And remember, we will be bringing out FIFA Knows as well before Manchester City's next real-life fixture. So there'll be a FIFA Knows going on the channel as well. Always look out for that. That's just a one-off game where we basically play Manchester City's next real-life fixture on FIFA and see if it can predict the score, predict the result. But it's half-time, 2-0 in this Champions League tie. This is going to open up a nice gap between us and Shakhtar Donetsk. And depending on the result of the Lyon game, who are top of our group at the moment, we may actually top the group at the end of this match. So, yeah, it's not been the best start to the episode. We lost to Peterboro, we went out of the Carabao Cup, but we could end it with a good Champions League win. And if anything sums City up, really, the history of City, that's probably it. We lose to Peterborough in the Carabao, and then we win a Champions League game. It's a good ball in. Oh, nearly there, look at that. Nearly got a foot on that. Look at this player's name, Alan Patrick. Never seen him before. Alan Patrick, sounds like he just signed him from a pub in Didsbury. Alan Patrick. Here we go. Here comes Mbappe. Going to fire a shot off. Mbappe. It's coming in round the back. Aguero. Is it the post? Sergio Aguero hits the post. Comes back out right into the keeper's hands. That was a little bit of luck. Well, this game now just feels like how many is it going to be? And so far, Garcia's done all right for us. Here comes De Bruyne. Can he play it into Mbappe? He can. Mbappe's away. De Bruyne. Oh, he played the shot. Aguero. Who is it? It's Bernardo. I thought it was Aguero. Came back out. This keeper here, he's having the... I don't know if he's having the game of his life or the nightmare of his life. You know, he keeps fumbling them, but then making worldy saves. So, I don't know. He's doing a bit of a De Gea, isn't he? Let's be honest. That's what De Gea used to do for United. He used to fumble a few, but then make worldies. And I'm probably being a little bit harsh there because he's actually a good goalie. But to be fair, in this United team, you've got to be a good goalie. You get plenty of work, don't you? Here we go. Mbappe plays it back. This one could be it. And there we go. Wham bam. Bernardo Silva. That's the goal he deserves. He's played really well. And I say that's the goal he deserves. It's his second goal, obviously, because he smashed that rasper in. So Bernardo's actually on a hat-trick now, Bernardo Silva. So this is the bubble gum we know. This is the one we want to see back in real life as well. We've missed him a little bit this year. And it's all been down to, you know, probably, I don't know, bit of sluggishness, tiredness, I suppose. But also all the headlines. The fact he's been constantly berated in the press for his tweet. And yet his tweet was a little bit naive. But I think, you know, there was a bit of an overreaction on it as well. Well, here we go. So 3-0 in this Champions League game. What's that? Does he give a free kick? Yeah, he's give a free kick. So free kick wide right for Shakhtar. Don't like the look of that. It's just gone round the back. So there we go, 3-0. 72 minutes on the clock. Throwing in our own half. So nice and steady at the moment. Let's make a change. Who have we got on the bench, guys? Let's bring off the man himself, Sergio Aguero. So we're taking Sergio off. We're taking Leroy off. Let's bring Riyad Mahrez on. The Algerian fanboys will be missing him. And I'm going to bring young Phil Foden on. But let's just get it right. We're not going to bring Foden on at centre-back. Keep Garcia there. That was a slip of the joypad. Everyone's had a slip of the joypad. We're going to bring Foden on in midfield for Kevin De Bruyne. So we're going to make 3 changes. Just keep it fresh. I think this one's in the bag now. And it's been a bit of a pattern to this season so far on the career mode. We seem to start every episode shockingly bad. And then we improve towards the end of it. which isn't good because we've got Liverpool first game on the next episode. So if the form's anything to go by, we're going to lose to Liverpool. Well, let's be honest, we're pretty used to that at the moment, aren't we? Oh, nearly a through ball there. Oh, he's in. Mbappe's got this. Plays it into Phil Foden. Phil Foden back to Mbappe. Oh, fires the shot. Great save by the keeper. Tips it over the bar. Kiam there, a little bit frustrated. We've had so many chances. We probably should have 6 or 7 goals here. Good ball in. Comes back out to the man on the edge of the box. Here's Mbappe. Oh, nearly laid it out there to, I think it was Rodri. It wasn't Rodri, it's Gundogan. Rodri's not playing. Angelino into Bernardo. Bernardo's still on the hat-trick, remember. Plays it back to Phil Foden. Bernardo, oh, tried to go for a curler there. Great tackle on Bernardo because it opened up just to put a bit of curl, a bit of swerve on that. On the fullback, Kyle Walker sold himself there. Scarecrow out of position. It's a good header. Here comes Riyad Mahrez into Gabi Jesus, into Bernardo Silva. Oh, Bernardo there, it just had to cut inside. He would have played the man in. And surely his hat-trick would have been on because he would have gone back for the return. Uh-oh, don't want to concede. Can we say great save, Ederson? So we're coming into the latter part of injury time. There we go. 3-0 win. Fantastic win to end this episode 6. It's been a real mixed bag, as it has been for most of this career mode season, to be honest. But we end it with a 3-0 win in the Champions League. We pretty much take command of the group now, which is good. I don't think Shakhtar will be able to catch us. I mean, they're going to be 5 points away. Should be enough for us to qualify in the group. So let's just take a look at the standings, and at the end of this episode 6, let's go to Champions League. We're not looking at Europa, that's United's competition. Let's look at the Champions League. There we go. So we've got Manchester City top of the group. So we have taken the top spot. Olympique Lyonnais are in second on 7 points. Shakhtar in third on 4. And Hoffenheim are on 2 points. So that's a good end to the episode. I'm happy with that. Wasn't ideal going out of the Carabao Cup, but we'll get over it. Premier League, we're second. We're just a point behind Chelsea. We've kept the pressure on those guys. So all in all, not the worst episode at all, guys. I'll just remind you of the games that are coming up on the next episode. On episode 7, we've got Liverpool first game. We've then got Chelsea coming up second game, and Lyon as well. So some huge games coming up on episode 7. So do join us for that, guys. And I just want to say a big thank you for joining us today for this episode 6. Thank you all for watching. Hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the bell notification. And I look forward to seeing you all again on episode 7. Take care, everyone. Goodbye.